All right.
Mr. Mayor, we live.
All right. Today is December 6th, 2023. The time is 7:10 p.m. and I'm calling to order the Ballpark City Council regular meeting. Before we start, I'm going to ask Pastor Flores, and is Pastor Jackson here? No, I'll ask Pastor Flores to lead us in an invocation. And if you are able to stand at this moment, you are welcome to do so.
Thank you, Mayor, and muchas gracias. And let's pray for Pastor Jackson. Well, he recently had eye surgery this week, so he's out, but passed on to me. Yo quiero leer en el libro de Isaías, capítulo 9, versículo 6, dice, porque un niño nos es nacido, hijo no es dado, y el principado sobre su hombro, y llamará su nombre admirable, consejero, Dios fuerte, Padre eterno, príncipe de paz. God, I thank you today for this season that we enter in as a city, as a people. We are reminded of your great love for your people, for you so loved the world, God, that you gave us, Jesus. I thank you for our mayor, our leadership. I thank you for our citizens, police department. Lord, as we come together, God, to seek your will in our deliberations and decisions, honor you and serve our people and your city effectively and honorably. May your grace be upon us, Lord. And in a season where people suffer and who are missing loved ones and are experiencing loss, I just pray that you are the great comforter. You are the great counselor. You are the Prince of Peace. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
That's right.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. City Clerk, can I have a roll call, please?
Absolutely. Mayor Estrada,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia, Councilmember Avila.
Here.
Councilmember Ayala.
Here.
Councilmember Damian.
Here.
Thank you,
Here.
Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. And for the benefit of the audience, new legislation AB 2449 now creates an opportunity for less than the majority of the board to attend via teleconference under certain conditions, where the majority of the board participates from a single physical location that's open to the public. Meaning, as long as there's a majority here, a member can participate via teleconference. Subject to certain conditions. The first is that the member would have to notify us that he is requesting participation via just cause. Just cause is defined as can be defined as having a contagious illness that prevents the member from attending in person. In this case, Councilmember Damian notified us yesterday that he would like to participate remotely because he is dealing with such an illness. The other components of AB 2449 are that if we allow the member is going to be participating remotely in that way, then we have to make sure that we provide a way for the public to also remotely hear, visually observe, and address the legislative body, either by two-way audio-visual platform or two-way telephonic service and a live webcasting of the meeting. In the case of the city of Baldwin Park, we do that already. The one caveat to all this is if there is a circumstance during the meeting where our technology breaks down, we will have to stop the meeting until that technology is back up. If the technology cannot come back up, then we cannot continue with the meeting. So I just want to make sure that we all understand that. And with that, I just want to confirm also for the record, Councilmember Damian, you are requesting to participate remotely, and can you give us the just cause for that?
Yes, I am requesting to join remotely. I'm homesick with the flu.
Okay. And with that, Mayor, I think we've satisfied the requirements and we can continue with the meeting.
All right, thank you for that, City Attorney. City Attorney, I'm going to give you the floor again and just going to ask you to report out on a closed session.
Thank you, Mayor. Earlier tonight, the city council recessed into closed session as part of the special meeting agenda. The items are listed on the special meeting agenda. All members were present for the consideration of all the closed session items. There were 4 items relating to litigation. They are listed on the agenda with respect to those items. The city council heard presentations from legal counsel regarding those items, and we have no reportable action. City council also conducted performance evaluations of both the director of community development and the housing manager. The city council conducted evaluations relating to those positions, provided direction to those positions, and we have no reportable action. I should also add that those reviews will be coming back at future agendas as well.
All right, thank you for that, City Attorney. So at this moment, we have concluded our closed session items. So I will move to adjourn the meeting, the special meeting. No objections, the meeting is adjourned, and we'll continue with the regular meeting. And we do have a proclamation, commendation, and presentations. We do have a
Mayor?
Yes,
I'm sorry to interrupt. I just want to take a brief moment just to welcome everybody here today. And I just want to acknowledge the director of the Valley County Water District, Director Muse. Thank you for being here today. Thank you, Mayor.
thank you for that, Councilwoman Ayala. And I do see a couple of other commissioners in the audience, including Commissioner Davalos and Commissioner Franklin. And so we do have a presentation certificate of recognition for the administration department employees, 20+ years of service. So I'm going to go ahead and ask Mark. Mark's right here. I don't know how he started the meeting. Mark, join us. Mark. And then we have Rosa Caballero. Here. Okay, and then we do have Robin Morris, but they weren't able to join us today, but they do have 20 years here with the city of Baldwin Park. Congratulations, Rosa, of course.
Thank you, Mayor.
We should have gotten you a special position. We have Mark. Mark was hired with the city of Baldwin Park on April 1st, 1997. As the information system support technician, then he was promoted to IT analyst on July 30th, 2006. And continuing his excellent work ethics, Mark was promoted to information systems supervisor on March 3rd, 2014. And he was promoted to information systems manager on December 26, 2021, overseeing all aspects of information systems, offering great leadership and guidance to his staff. He has hands-on approach to any situation and gives great customer service. Mark has been involved with all the technological changes in the city has gone through in the last 26 years with great efficiency. Mark hasn't used consultants for any reason. He troubleshoots the problems himself to find the solutions, even if it means taking apart components and exchanging parts. He is proactive in keeping the server secure. He takes initiative and looks for efficient ways to save the city money. Mark enjoys his work in the city and working with his staff and supporting all the city staff. He likes being helpful and keeping busy. And of course, we want to show our gratitude to Mark since he is the one that helps out with our virtual meetings and all throughout COVID as well. And if I'm not mistaken, you're also overseeing the implementation of our new phone systems, which I'm sure staff is very grateful for. And then we have Rosa Caballero, was hired on January 14th, 2002 as an administrative clerk. On January 14th, 2003, she was promoted to administrative clerk 2 position, always meeting the department and personal goals established, showing attention to detail and pride in her work. Did an excellent job with the layout and presentation of the newsletter Now, with very little supervision. Early in her career, she was cross-trained in human resources to assist the department. She also stepped into the position of Chief Deputy City Clerk during the vacancy. Rosa was reclassified to Executive Secretary on August 3rd, 2014. For her outstanding work ethics, knowledge, and willingness to learn, she has prepared agendas for council meetings, attended trainings for the 2011-2013 elections, collected and submitted forms to FPPC, managed meetings, conferences, and seminars for CEO and councils accordingly. And she continued to manage the city clerk's office on several occasions when the deputy city clerk position was vacant or if the deputy city clerk was on leave. Rosa has the best customer service and is always willing to help not only the public, but her coworkers as well. Rosa has been a resident of the city of Baldwin Park for over 31 years and enjoys working for her community. And we also have to give an honorable mention to Miller, who is Rosa's dog, and he's also our poster boy for making sure that we pick up after our dogs on our bus shelters. And before we continue, we do have certificates of recognition for both of you. So Mark, Information Technology Manager, hire date April 1997, Administration Department. In recognition of your 26 years with the City of Baldwin Park, the City Council congratulates you for your loyalty and commitment to your directors, colleagues, residents, and the entire community. We commend you for your outstanding service, hard work, and dedication, and thank you for your continued service to your department and our city. Presented this 6th day of December 2023 by Mayor Emmanuel J. Estrada, Mayor Pro Tem Monica Garcia, Councilmember Alejandra Avila, Councilmember Gina Ayala, Councilmember Daniel Damian, City Clerk Christopher Sands, and City Treasurer Joanna Valenzuela. Oh.
Thank you very much.
Rosa, did you make your own certificate?
I did.
Very nice. So it's no surprise.
But you had your eyes closed over us up.
There you go. All right.
Did you add a? I should have.
It's 'cause we told her to make it for a different Rosa. So, surprise.
Thank
Rosa
you.
Caballero, Executive Secretary, hire date January 2002, Administration Department. In recognition of your 21 years with the City of Baldwin Park, the City Council congratulates you for your loyalty and commitment to your supervisors, colleagues, residents, and the entire community. Commend you for your outstanding service, hard work, and dedication, and thank you for your continued service to your department and our city. Presented this 6th day of December 2023, Mayor Emmanuel J. Estrada, Mayor Pro Tem Monica Garcia, Councilmember Alejandra Avila, Councilmember Gina Ayala, Councilmember Daniel Damian, City Clerk Christopher Sands, and City Treasurer Joanna Valenzuela.
Boy,
I
man.
Yeah, I'll do one. All right.
So this was a little gift from our admin department for both of you, so hope you enjoy your little gifts.
Thank
Is that in the budget? Let's take a nice group picture. Yeah. Oh, you want to do the speeches now? Or you want to do the speeches later? Up to you. Let's just do the picture.
Yeah. One, two, three.
Where's Mark? Oh, so it's.
You guys are true, so I don't fit a microphone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, council members, and thank you, everyone, audience. Thank you, community. And thank you, directors. It's been a pleasure working with the city for almost 27 years. Baldwin Park is my second home. I've been working day and night, and my wife always say, "You married to the city." So within 27 years, a lot of things happen, good or bad, but I saw the city is moving to the right direction in the very, 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 very bright in the future. So I'm proud to be the one of this group, this team. So I also cherish all the time I'm in here with all the colleagues, with all the councils, with the community. So I can, with my own little bit contribution to the community during the 27 years. So I appreciate everyone. And at the end, I would like to wish everybody have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, council members. I don't usually come to the council chambers unless I set up for a council meeting. This is a great acknowledgement. Thank you, Enrique. He did this for every department. And last but not least, admin got 20+ years. Robin's not here, but my husband couldn't make it. He's not feeling well, but love you, babe. My mom's here. My mom's here representing. She has been heart and soul. She's also been a long-term resident of the city of Baldwin Park. I wasn't born and raised here. We get people teasing of Baldwin Park and Sierra Vista. I'm from East LA, but I've been here over 31 years. I didn't go to the schools here, but my kids did. And all of our community has seen my kids grow up, become men, responsible men, and they're watching online. Love you, bye. My son's watching from Texas and my son's watching from Arizona. I love you. But thank you. It's a great pleasure to live not only in the city of Baldwin Park, but to work for the city of Baldwin Park and be a part of this community and assist all of our council members. I mentioned today, I've had 6 city managers and Enrique has been one of the best that I've worked for. So thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Mayor, if I may.
Mayor. Oh, my chair's too far. I just want to take a moment to publicly acknowledge both Mark and Rosa, who I've known for quite a few years. And I really appreciate, first of all, their professionalism and their loyalty and commitment to our community. And I've always appreciated, I've had the utmost confidence in both of you. I don't have a bad thing to say about either one of them. They've helped me out in a lot of situations. And I'm just so honored to be a part of this council, to be able to honor both of you. And you know that I'm here for both of you and I appreciate you very much. So congratulations.
Mayor, if I may. Yeah, and I'll just take, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but Rosa, Mark, I wish I was there in person, but unfortunately, I'm not. What can I say, Mark, Rosa? You know, you're very much appreciated. We love you guys. We thank you for all of your hard work and your dedication to our community. And here's to 25 more years. So congratulations.
Here, right? First, Mark, I want to thank you from day one that I started working in City Hall. You were always so nice and so patient, because a million times I had you to reset my password. Oh, no worries. And just not with me. I see his patience with everybody, and he always keeps his calm. Our system may not be working, and he stays calm and he gets it done. And you are just one of the nicest persons I have ever met, and I appreciate everything and all the years that you have put into our city, because you have made a big difference. So I thank you, and I wish you the best. A happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and blessings to you and your family. And congratulations on your 27 years. Rosa, I have known Rosa. God, I lost track of the count because her children were at Jones Junior High School when I worked there. So I've known her ever since. I remember calling her, Miss Caballero, your son is sick. And she was there as soon as I hung up, she would be there. And from the day that I met her, we clicked. We got along immediately. At that time when I met her, I never thought I would be working for City Hall, but we always got along. We got a great relationship. She has an amazing personality, as well as her children. Her children are like my children. She cries about them. I cry about them. When they left to college, I cried. So she is just amazing. Her whole family is amazing. And I see her bring that to the city. I see the way she talks to people, to every single employee. I see the way she talks to the community members. And even though you didn't grow up in Baldwin Park, you are from Baldwin Park. Maybe not from either one of the schools, but you are definitely raised in Baldwin Park. And we appreciate everything you do, appreciate your friendship. Don't stop being who you are, because we need more people like you in the world. Thank you. Congratulations.
Well, I just want to say it's an honor to recognize you both. You have been part of the fabric of City Hall for a couple of decades now and plus, right? And I've just seen your commitment and the dedication that you bring to each of your roles. And Mark, I just want to say that you've always been there, without delay. You can, text Mark, track him down in City Hall, and he's there for you. And recently I had some issues with my computer, and Mark and David got on, and they were questioning whether it was dial-up. So that said a lot, because I do agree that Mark is so patient, and he just works through, all the challenges, the technological challenges and the user challenges. And so, Mark, I just want to say thank you so much for all of your years here at the city. It's been a pleasure to work with you. And I do agree that you are married to the city. And I want to apologize to your wife if she's here for taking so much time away from her and your family. But want to definitely say that we are very privileged to have you here with us as part of this team for many years. And then Rosa, I also want to just acknowledge, just all the commitment and the purple personality that you bring to City Hall, and just making sure that, we were equipped for whatever we needed, right? And so keeping things in check for us, and making sure that we were meeting certain deadlines, or, so really appreciate you for that, because in our role, I feel like we get pulled in so many different directions. And we all, could definitely, we all need someone like you to just kind of keep things in line for us. So thank you for your dedication, unwavering, very consistent. Just like if you're out, we all kind of wonder what's going on with Rosa, because you're like a staple. You and Mark are both staples here in City Hall. And I have also seen you with your family, and, your boys and your husband and your mom. So I know how committed you are to the city, but also to your family and to the community. So I just want to say thank you. It really is an honor to recognize you here today for your hard work. So thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to say just a couple of words about both of them. They absolutely epitomize, the greatest of public service. Both Rosa and Mark are institutions in the city in their own right, for all the reasons that you council members cited. It's such a pleasure to work with both of them. Our small, mighty group of administration, you know, we help each other out. We comfort each other. We keep tabs of everything that's going on in the city. All good, of course. And but it's that other human aspect that all of you refer to, that both Mark and Rosa have. Everybody loves them in the city, and there's a reason for that. You know, they listen, they're there for people, and never unconditionally. So Rosa, you have made my tenure here as difficult as it can be. You have made it so enjoyable. And Mark, thank you so very much. I know, I think we all know now that Mark is going to retire, but I think we're going to get to keep you for a little while longer, hopefully. So thank you.
It'll take her a minute. She just had hip replacement, but she's doing well. She's recovering really well. Yes. Oh. Yeah. Karina too? Oh. Karina too. All right.
I've been losing my mind all day between the office and property management and everything. I've had to do. For the sensors. I know you.
All right, we're going to continue.
Another thing to add.
Monday. Roosevelt High School.
All right. So we are going to continue, and we're going to go to our public communications. City Clerk, is there anybody looking to speak?
Yes, Mayor. Yes, Mayor. We've received a few requests. We're going to begin with Irma Morales with the Baldwin Park Library.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council members, community members, and city staff. Again, my name is Irma Morales. I am I'm the community manager for Baldwin Park Library, and I wanted to tell you about some upcoming programs we have at the library that are going to be for the community members. So the first one we have is a program for tweens and teens. It's called Winter Optical Illusion Art. It's on Thursday, December the 7th from 3:30 to 4:30. All our programs you can reserve online at lacountylibrary.org. Our next program is a December toddler preschool program. It's a special story time we have for toddlers this Friday, December the 8th at 11 a.m. Again, you can sign up, and quite often, if the program isn't full, you can drop into the program. We are also having a school-age program, art program for kids on Saturday, December 9th at 3 p.m. And those are for ages 5 to 11. It's creating a melting snowman. We're having a teen program this month on Saturday, December 16th at 3 p.m. Teens are going to be creating sugar body scrub to keep or to gift to someone else. That's for ages 12 to 17. And last but not least is we're starting our winter reading club. That starts on December the 15th. It goes through January 15th. And community members can sign up online. The app is called Beanstack, but anybody at the library is happy to show you how to sign up for the winter reading club. I know a lot of the kids are going to get out of school soon, and so they can continue reading, and they will get prizes as they read and get to different levels. So it's the winter reading club, begins December 15th through January 15th. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mayor. Next, we have City of La Puente Mayor Pro Tem Valerie Munoz.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and City Council. First of all, Valerie Munoz from the City of La Puente, but most importantly, your current representative on the San Gabriel Basin Water Quality Authority. I just want to say thank you for the opportunity to be considered on this upcoming consent calendar for reappointment to the board. I've been on the board for 2 terms now, a little less, going on 6 years, representing cities with non-pumping rights. In addition to that, just securing, our goal is to secure funding for the San Gabriel Basin water cleanup. Just want to reiterate, we don't sell water. We're on the business of securing funds on the federal and state level and responsible parties to ensure that there's water cleanup for our basin. During my tenure on the board, I have secured over $200 million just for the Baldwin Park Operable Unit, which service 1 million people within the San Gabriel Valley. A lot of times residents aren't aware that we do have water aquifers in our basin. So our goal is to ensure that we have cleanup. So thank you again for this opportunity, and I'm available for any questions, also for tours or just coffee. And thank you, Mayor, for your time a few weeks ago.
Hola, buenas noches a todos. Ya todos me conocen y quiero hacer un pequeño complaint del graffiti que estamos teniendo, demasiado graffiti. Concejala ya se dio cuenta que el graffiti que hay no lo quieren borrar, ya llamé muchas veces, ya volvieron a poner más graffiti encima de ese, y llamo que no le pertenece a la ciudad, que le pertenece al Caltran y el Caltran nunca va, entonces hay que hacer algo porque ya tenemos mucho graffiti en Baldwin Park. Ya sabe que la gente, a los que andan en la calle les encanta rayar y se emocionan con eso rayando. Entonces necesitamos limpiar, porque si no reportamos vamos a empeorar más la ciudad, más y más y más. Igualmente la basura, que la dejan tirada donde quiera. Los anuncios que ponen en los postes, mucho anuncio que hay que quitarlos. Yo quito los que puedo, pero no todos están muy altos, ¿verdad? Entonces llamo al Urbán y no me contestan. Cuando es jueves ya no contestan porque ya es el día que salen para no tener más trabajo. Yo creo, no sé si sea por eso, pero hay que dedicarnos más a la ciudad. Y hay mucho que hacer. Y si no limpiamos, nos empeoramos más y más. También cuando salimos del freeway, tomamos el 605 al 10. La baila, en ese edificio hay mucho graffiti. Cuando la gente pasa ahí se ve todo el graffiti. Necesitamos limpiar para que echarle ganas. Y en mi taller enfrente, al otro lado, se parquea una motorhome y le llamo seguido a la policía y no pueden quitarlo. Llega otra vez y ahí se ensucian y huele muy feo para adentro de mi negocio. Entonces el hospital también se está quejando. El olor es muy fuerte. No sé qué hagan ahí, pero muy fuerte el olor. Y necesitamos ponerle ganas para estar unidos todos, ¿ah? ¿Ok? Gracias.
Good evening to all of you. All of you know me already. I'm Abel. I have a little complaint, and this is in regards to the graffiti. I spoken to the council previously, and they are not dealing with this adequately. Sometimes they erase or they clean it up, and then they come back and they paint it on top again. And Caltrans is not doing much about it. They're not showing up, and sometimes to be done, you get to complain once and twice and many times. And these people who get involved in this, they get excited and then want to keep doing it, and it gets worse and worse and worse. There's also an additional problem with the trash. And then they post some signs or flyers in the posts, and I take them down, but sometimes they put them up or post them really high and I can't reach them. And I call, but they don't come to deal with this issue. Also, in the area of the 605 to the 10, that transition, there's lots of graffiti there, and we have to clean it. We have to make sure that it's taken care of. There's also homeless across from my shop, and their presence and their smell is really terrible. And even people at the hospitals have complained about it, and the smell is really terrible. So we have to put a better effort and try to do it. Okay, thank you.
Hi, Mayor. Mayor, I also want to read into the record a request or comment received to be read into the record. Good evening. My name is Jonathan Howes. I served as El Monte City Clerk from, excuse me, sorry, Mark, can you run the clock? As a El Monte City Clerk from 2013 to 2018, since 2015, I've been a whistleblower on Andre Quintero and Team El Monte's embezzlement of $10 million from El Monte Promise Foundation Scholarship Fund. I've interviewed dozens of El Monte residents who have privately confirmed the Promise funds were used for fraudulent trips to Vietnam, Haiti, a bogus consultant in Salt Lake City, house repairs, and other unlawful expenditures. I've myself been interviewed by the FBI about 24 times. Documents proving the embezzlement have been submitted to the FBI and the LA County District Attorney's Office. A week ago, an El Monte resident with a documented history of harassing and fabricating lies about other residents told a string of lies on cable news about El Monte Mayor Jessica Ancona. These lies were spoon-fed to her by City Manager Alma Martinez, El Monte Police Chief Jake Fisher, who went on record confirming one of Leo's Martinez lies need to be fired for interfering in ongoing litigation by commenting publicly on said litigation and for lying in its official capacity. Both Martinez and Fisher dislike Mayor Ancona due to her efforts to rid the city of bad influence of Andre Quintero and his Team El Monte minions, of which Martinez and Fisher are two. Martinez and Fisher have frequently made significant decisions without a vote from the council, which is unlawful, and Ancona has called out such improprieties, furthering their animosity towards her and her anti-corruption efforts. I'm asking the Baldwin Park City Council to pass a resolution condemning these crimes and schemes in order to protect the greatest mayor El Monte has ever had, Mayor Jessica Ancona, and the vulnerable residents of one of the poorest cities in SoCal. If this criminal FBI investigated Kabul succeeds in removing her from office via well-orchestrated smear campaigns, we will be back to a full dictatorship under Andre Quintero or one of his puppets. El Monte children who should have been provided with college scholarships were robbed by embezzlement. Andre Quintero and Team El Monte members must go to prison. If you have any questions, please call me or text me at and the phone number provided. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. That concludes all requests for comment received.
Great. If you didn't fill out a speaker card and you would like to speak, now is your time. If not, I will go ahead and close the public communication, and we will move forward with the agenda. So we have consent calendar. If there's any items council is looking to pull, now is your time.
Mayor, I'd like to pull item number 15.
Mayor, I'd like to pull items number 7, 9, 12, and 13.
Mayor, I'd like to pull number 6.
All right. And I will pull item number 10. So we will pass the consent calendar from items 1 through 16, excluding 6, 7, 9, 10, 12, 13, 15. Can I get a second?
Second.
City Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilmember Avila. Councilmember Ayala.
Yes.
Councilmember Damian.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia.
Yes.
Mayor Estrada.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Great, thank you for that, City Clerk. Councilwoman Ayala, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to comment briefly about this. The grant awarded for Foothill Transit. I just want to acknowledge staff. I want to acknowledge Sam and his department, as well as Bernardo Navarrete for their work on this. I know this area quite well, and I am wholeheartedly in agreement where these need some TLC. And I appreciate this area being targeted, especially because I go by it every day, and I feel that it's going to just make a great impression on that area right around my work area. So I appreciate it very much. I don't know if any other council colleagues want to comment, but I just want to just acknowledge staff for their work on that and collaboration with Foothill. And if there's no other comments, I would like to motion to pass. Thank you.
Second.
All right, first and second. City Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilmember Avila. Councilmember Ayala.
Yes.
Councilmember Damian.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia.
Yes.
Mayor Estrada.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
All right, thank you for that, City Clerk. Councilmember Damian, you have the floor. Item number 7.
Thank you, Mayor. And just let me know if you can't hear me. Mine is regarding the request to appropriate funds for utilities at Esperanza Villa and Serenity Homes. So I see that we're going to be allocating $50,600 from the ARPA funds towards the Esperanza Villa and $22,500 for Serenity Homes. That's the total amount of $73,100. I have a question. What is going to happen when the ARPA funds are exhausted? Are we going to continue to fund the operate of these two sites? These are some of the concerns that I have. I noticed that during the budget process, there was an oversight in including the utilities for Esperanza Villa. So I'd like to know whose oversight was this?
I could, that's a very good question, Councilmember Damian. I could go ahead and respond to it. And if my colleagues would like to jump in, but in regards to the oversight, it was a oversight from staff. Esperanza Villa and Serenity, the city is responsible for utilities, and we did not budget appropriately. It was an oversight. Those responsibilities are shared by 2 departments, and it was just an oversight. Luckily, we caught it, and we're making the necessary corrections. And thank you to our finance department for assisting us with identifying the funds. But going forward, we should be fine. I think there was a question in regards to the ARPA funds. Hopefully, PLHA funds will fall in place for future and or subsequent years. So those funds should pay for utilities and other related costs for subsequent years. Thank you. That concludes staff's response.
Thank you for that information, Manny. So we are looking at PLHA to continue to fund the utilities for these 2 sites, correct? In the future?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then, so that was just some of my concerns because I know that it's going to start to get expensive Now, are we actively working with the COG in the county to see if they're going to be able to finance 100% of the operating expenses for these two sites? Because
Yes.
honestly, if we don't get 100% commitment from them, I don't see how we're going to be able to maintain these facilities open in the future. So are we currently in talks with them regarding the future of these two sites?
Yes, we have been in talks with the county. Currently, the bed reimbursement rate is currently $80 per night. And there is some preliminary conversation, and hopefully within the next few months, we will receive official notification that at that amount will increase to approximately $109, $110 per night versus the $80 per night allocation. So with with that specific funding source, PLHA funding, it looks favorable for the city of Baldwin Park for the next few years.
So we're looking at an increase of about $30 per night per bed in the future.
Yes.
Okay. And then a suggestion, Manny, would we be able to coordinate some type of volunteer program for the participants at these facilities? I mean, I know some of them are able and some of them are not, especially at Esperanza Villa. Some of them house some of our older seniors. But would we be able to set up some type of volunteer program? Would they be able to, where they would be able to participate, in assisting with, volunteering for, like, example, concerts at the parks, the setup, the downtown street market, just to kind of get them into some type of rhythm if they're not, employed or something like that? Can we start to look at some type of volunteer program for these participants?
Absolutely. They're currently working with a case manager and a workforce development. So yes, volunteering is definitely an opportunity to enhance and increase their skill set. Some folks are disabled and are not able to work, but for the ones that are able to, we will definitely incorporate into our volunteer base. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Manny. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that started so that way we can go ahead and get them active and involved in our community. So those are all the questions that I had on this item.
Thank you.
Thank you, Manny. If no one has any other questions, I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve item number 7.
Second.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to confirm that the second was Councilmember, but Mayor Pro Tem Garcia. Thank you. Councilmember Avila,
Yes.
Councilmember Ayala,
Yes.
Councilmember Damian,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia,
Yes.
Mayor Estrada.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
All right, Councilmember Damian, item number 9, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mayor. So on item number 9, I did review the name of the mini park up on Main. I know that we have it for the Parque Municipal Ana Montenegro. Mayor, I don't mind the name Ana Montenegro on the park, but would you consider naming it the Ana Montenegro Park? I just see that the Municipal, I would see more fitting if it was across the street from City Hall, where, that would kind of make a little bit more sense, but maybe eliminate Municipal from the name and maybe do the Ana Montenegro Park. What do you guys think?
I agree with Councilmember Damian.
Yeah, so I think I actually filled that out. I actually wrote that application like 6 months ago, so I was just kind of writing stuff down. It hasn't been updated, but I do agree. I would think it would be so we could do Ana Montenegro Park. I do think just removing Municipal, keeping Parque Ana Montenegro is a little bit more of a flow, considering that we are trying to acknowledge her roots and her being one of the first Latinas to be elected, not just in the city of Baldwin Park, but also in the state. But whichever one is fine with me.
I'd recommend just sticking to the Ana Montenegro Park, keeping it simple.
All right.
I agree. I agree with that.
Right. And then just a little bit of background as to why I filled out the application. I think it's important that when we consider naming a building or a facility or anything after somebody, it should have a little bit of components that represent that individual. And so rather than building a park and then naming it after somebody, we can keep that person in mind as we go through the design phase. And I think that would be a new way to think about things. And we can see, she was a teacher, so we can incorporate those aspects and imagery.
Honor her.
So I think that would be a really neat idea to take on. So
Mayor, I totally agree with you. And having known, well, I've affectionately called her Doña Anita, but knowing her my entire life and just the cultured woman that she was. And I think that it would have a great idea to have her in mind when when we, put that park together, and just to reach out maybe to her family, Marina, Adrian, and all of them, just to see what they think. But I think it's great. Thank you.
yeah, yes. And it is in proximity to Park Street where she spent most of her life. So Councilmember Damian, you have the floor again.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and with a consensus, make a motion to go ahead and approve item number 9 with the name change of the Ana Montenegro Park.
A second.
City Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilmember Avila, Councilmember Ayala,
Yes.
Councilmember Damian,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia,
Yes.
Mayor Estrada,
Yes.
Mayor, motion carries 5-0.
All right, thank you for that, City Clerk. And then I do just want to kind of reiterate what Councilwoman said. We do want to make sure that we reach out to her family so they're aware of our decision, and that they, that they're, well, for one, that they're aware of it, and then also that they have some involvement in it as well.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor, I will personally contact the family tomorrow, and rest assured, the park will be themed after Mrs. Montenegro and Oliver in interest. And we will chat with the family and just reconfirm some of the items that were close to her heart. Thank you.
Great, thank you for that, Manny and Councilmember Damian. So we are item number 10. I did ask to bring this back. I know we gave direction to help Eastside Little League rebuild and come back after the pandemic. And some of those ARPA dollars are appropriate for that, especially because there's no current Little League serving that area behind Vineland. I did just want to ask from the money if we can consider just a portion of it to subsidize the registrations and help the Little League gain enrollment. I think that would be an enticement to register, to enroll kids, and just make sure that they are able to meet the enrollment rate, so that the funds that we are subsidizing for the costs of setting up the Little League is are being used efficiently. Anybody have any comments, questions?
Yeah, we'll follow that direction, Mayor.
All right, so we'll approve item number 10 and give the city manager the discretion of kind of rearranging the proportions of the dollars for the subsidizing of registration for the youth. And that is my motion. Can I have a second?
Second.
City Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilmember Avila,
Yes.
Councilmember Ayala,
Yes.
Councilmember Damian,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia,
Yes.
Mayor Estrada,
Yes.
motion carries 5-0.
Great, thank you for that, City Clerk. I believe we are down to item number 12. Councilmember Damian, was that your item?
That's mine as well. Okay, so on item 12, I just have a question. I just wanted to know who decided to cast a vote for a specific member to represent on this board. I don't recall us. I saw in the staff report that there's 2 members, Valerie Munoz and Margaret. Did we vote on this, or who decided to cast their vote for one particular member?
So we're voting on it tonight.
Oh, got it. So what would have happened if I wouldn't have pulled the item?
Well, I guess it would have just gone to the incumbent.
Yeah, so that's what it's stating, that the staff report states that they are to cast their vote for Valerie Munoz. So if we wouldn't have pulled the item, who gave the recommendation? In other words, I want to know who gave the recommendation, or who took it upon themselves to just nominate one particular. I don't have anything against either one. I don't know either one of them, but I just want to make sure that we're being open and transparent and fair to both candidates. I just want to know, who took it upon themselves to make this decision without us bringing it to a vote.
Yeah, so we had voted on this item a couple of weeks back, and And we voted amongst members of the council to nominate one of ourselves. And then, so I met with Councilwoman Munoz, and I felt that it was better to just keep the incumbent. So we took away my nomination, and that's why the item is back on the agenda.
Got it. Okay. Our question to my council colleagues, are you guys comfortable just moving forward with staff's recommendation?
I am.
Councilmember Damon, and if you have any questions for La Puente Councilwoman Munoz, she is here, so you are able to ask her anything.
No. I mean, I don't. Again, I don't know either or. I'm not in favor of either or. I'm fine with the incumbent. I was just more concerned about how did it come about the staff report that we were just already the city nominating one candidate and not giving the other one an opportunity. So that was just my whole thing. But if the council is okay with moving forward with Valerie Munoz, I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve item 12, nominating Valerie Munoz to remain.
I'll second. City Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilmember Avila,
Yes.
Councilmember Ayala,
Yes.
Councilmember Damian,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia,
Yes.
Mayor Estrada.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
All right. Thank you for that, City Clerk. Item number 13, I believe.
My
Oh,
last
yes.
one here.
Congratulations to Councilwoman from La Puente. We're still in the audience. Councilmember Damon, item 13, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mayor. This is my last item. So on item 13, I have more of a question. I see Victor, so I guess it's Victor. For the retail tenant search update, out of the 21 businesses listed on the staff report, did only 2 show interest, Victor?
Well, one of them actually, we created an interest form. They went and go ahead and completed the interest form. And then we had the brewery that came by and did a site visit. Some were not interested, and then we did have some that we still have contact with that did express some interest, but haven't gone as far as completing the form that we created.
Got it. Okay. And then just to clarify, before making any decision as to which businesses will come in or business, will they come back to the city council for approval?
Yes. So right now it's just we're gauging the interest of businesses. What we're doing now is we're going back to the businesses that we really have an interest with, that we think would make a good fit. And so, yeah, eventually the hope is we come back with a list. These are the businesses that are interested. We have a form. We have details on each of the businesses, kind of what the form will provide. And then, we'll work with council on next steps after that.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Victor. If there's no other questions, I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve item 13.
Second.
Final receipt.
City Clerk, roll call, please.
I just want to confirm the second was Councilwoman Avila.
Did it at the same time.
That's fine.
Need a buzzer.
Councilmember Avila,
Yes.
Councilmember Ayala,
Yes.
Councilmember Damian,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia,
Yes.
Mayor Estrada.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Great. Thank you for that. And I believe we are down to item number 15. Mayor Pro Tem, you have the floor.
Thank you. Yes, I just want to say that I support the item. I just was wondering, Ron, I do support the staff report as proposed, but do we want to build in any flexibility for the organization to use, let's say, remaining funds for, like, let's say they don't use it entirely on this last project? Would there be the possibility of building in flexibility for them to use the funds for, let's say, if they come across another project that they want to work on?
Yes, that flexibility is built in there. Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure because as I read it, it didn't come across that way. So as long as the flexibility is there, then that's great.
Yes. And then again, this is an amendment to the original contract that provided the original 25,000 for the
right.
Repairs of the senior home repairs.
Okay, yeah. So as long as the flexibility is there, then I'll just go ahead and make the motion to approve.
City Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilmember Avila,
Yes.
Councilmember Ayala,
Yes.
Councilmember Damian,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia,
Yes.
Mayor Estrada.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Great. Thank you for that, City Clerk. So we are down to the public hearing. conduct a public hearing and adopt a resolution of number 2023-040, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Baldwin Park, California, ordering vacationing of an alley between Bogart Avenue and Downing Avenue pursuant to Streets and Highways Code 8300-8325. And I believe we had a presentation on this, and it's for the Cesar Chavez Foundation project.
That is correct. So yeah, a presentation was held on November 1st when the council passed the resolution for the intent to vacate. Today, we are asking the council to conduct a public hearing to order to vacate the alleyway.
All right, well, we had the presentation. I think we got our questions answered that the alley is between two parcels that are owned by the same.
Correct. So the new owner, Cesar Chavez Foundation, has acquired all of the property surrounding the alley. The alley has been determined by staff to not serve a public purpose after the development. So we concur and recommend that the council order to vacate the alley.
All right, and then I will just note that it's not vacationing, it's vacating.
That is correct.
All right. So I will officially open the public hearing for anybody looking to speak in favor or opposition of item number 17. If anybody is looking to speak, did anybody fill out a speaker card, City Clerk?
No, Mayor, at this time, we have not received interest in comment.
If anybody that didn't fill out a speaker card would like to speak on the public hearing, you may do so. Just keep in mind that the public hearing is specifically for comments regarding the item at hand. Seeing that nobody is looking to speak, I will officially close the public hearing. And I will give the floor to the council. There are no comments, suggestions from council. I will make a motion to approve item number 17 and adopt the resolution number 2023-040. Can I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman Avila. Can I, City Clerk, can I have a roll call, please?
Councilmember Avila,
Yes.
Councilmember Ayala,
Yes.
Councilmember Damian, Councilmember Damian, Mayor Pro Tem Garcia, Mayor Estrada.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0.
So we have the next public hearing, a request for consideration and recommendation of approval of a zoning code amendment to reduce the minimum number of hotel rooms, a conditional use permit for the operation of a hotel, Extended Stay America, variance to reduce the number of required parking spaces, and a design review for architectural parking lot and landscaping improvements, location 14624 Dalewood Street, applicant Lizette Sanchez Mendoza, MIG, for Sanjay Patel and Jayesh Patel of SNS Hotels and Zyra Hospitality LLC. I am going to go ahead and would you like to give a presentation first, Nick?
I would. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Good evening, Mr. Mayor and City Council members. Before you is a request for an amendment of the zoning code variance, conditional use permit, design review, and adoption of a mitigated negative declaration under CEQA, all for the renovation of and reopening of a 72-unit hotel at 14624 Dalewood Street. Before we get on to the request, I would like to show you a few slides for context. Next slide. The project site is located within the freeway commercial zone and is surrounded by properties with the same zoning designation. Next slide. Subject property is the former Regency Hotel located on Dalewood Street and is south of the 10 freeway. Next slide. It is adjacent to an auto repair shop, single-family homes in the city of West Covina, and a vacant lot that is entitled for a medical office. Next slide. Planning Division has received the requisite applications for this project from the applicant MIG, who is representing the owners Zyra Hospitality LLC and SNS Hotels LLC for the renovation and reopening of the existing hotel at 14624 Dalewood Street as an Extended Stay America. The scope of work includes the hotel renovation, parking lot repaving, removal of the swimming pool. The number of guest rooms will remain at 72, but the rooms will be enlarged by enclosing the balconies. Also, a canopy will be constructed above the front entrance. The detached commercial space that was formerly a restaurant is not part of this project, but the property owner intends to fill the space with a suitable tenant. To accomplish this development, the development of the project, the applicant is requesting the approval of a design review application for the renovation of the hotel and adjoining parking lot, a zoning code amendment to reduce the minimum number of hotel rooms or motel rooms from 100 to 70 rooms or more, a conditional use permit for the operation of the hotel use, a variance to reduce the number of parking spaces from 76 to 60, and a mitigated negative declaration of environmental analysis for the project. Next slide. The Regency Hotel was built in 1967. That was built in 1967 is vacant and has ceased operations since 2017. The 4-story hotel has 72 rooms and 44 parking spaces. When the Regency Hotel was built in 1967, structure and parking complied with the city's zoning regulations at the time. However, the Regency Hotel has become legal non-conforming as of 1981, when the city adopted an ordinance requiring all hotels and motels to receive a conditional use permit. The property became more non-conforming in 1986 when the city adopted an ordinance requiring all hotels and motels to contain no fewer than 100 guest rooms or units. The applicant is the new owner of the Regency Hotel property. The applicant wishes to renovate and reopen the hotel. The applicant is proposing now to maintain the same number of hotel rooms and to increase the number of parking on site. Next slide. To enable the redevelopment of the site, the applicant wishes to amend the zoning code by reducing the minimum number of hotel rooms and motel rooms from 100 to 70 or more rooms. Should this code amendment be granted by the council may then consider the applicant's request for the conditional use permit to allow the operation of the hotel, as well as the parking variance and design review. The current zoning regulation requires hotels and motels to have a minimum of 100 guest units per code. The applicant wishes to amend the zoning code for hotels and motels to allow for fewer rooms by reducing the minimum number of rooms to 70 or more. To substantiate the request, the applicant researched and compared the zoning regulations related to the minimum number of rooms, hotel rooms, or motel rooms to 8 surrounding cities in the San Gabriel Valley and the Inland Empire, and then compare those to the city of Baldwin Park. As seen in the table included with the staff report, the Baldwin Park has the most restrictive requirement for the number of rooms and 4 times the number of room requirement when compared to Covina and West Covina. In addition, the applicant has prepared a market feasibility report, which affirms the financial viability of the proposed hotel project by analyzing the current market conditions and considering the cost of the renovation and operational income and expense over a 10-year period. The market feasibility report analyzed current and future conditions within the greater Los Angeles region, as well as the immediate market area. The market feasibility report is included with a staff report as an attachment. Next slide, please. The property currently has the original 44 spaces for the former 72-room Regency Hotel. The applicant is maintaining the number of hotel rooms and is redesigning the parking lot to increase the number of parking spaces by adding 16 spaces for passenger cars and two loading spaces for trucks. The additional 16 spaces for passenger cars are achieved by removing and filling the swimming pool and restriping and reconfiguring the parking spaces in the property. This results in a total number of 60 parking spaces for passenger cars, plus 2 loading spaces for trucks. However, the provision for 60 spaces is still 16 spaces short of the code requirement of 76 spaces. The applicant has prepared a parking study, and it is determined that determined by the study that the proposed parking provided will be sufficient for the parking demand that will be generated for the hotel and the retail pad. Next slide, please. The hotel and motel use requires the approval of a conditional use permit. The existing Regency Hotel did not apply for a CUP and was therefore deemed legal nonconforming in 1981 and has ceased operations since approximately February 2017. The applicant is seeking a CUP for the operation of the hotel as part of this request. Next slide, please. The architectural design is also before the council for consideration. The applicant is proposing to add architectural and paint treatments to the existing 4-story hotel, which is perpendicular to the I-10 freeway. The design is predicated on simple aesthetic that will focus on attracting the traveling public. The paint palette consists of soft muted white color for the stucco areas and 2 dark gray or brownish colors to highlight the trim areas. The easterly facade of the building is in the front of the hotel, facing the parking lot area. This facade is comprised of a grid pattern of hotel rooms punctuated with architectural aluminum screened air conditioning units. At both ends of the facade, decorative vertical aluminum fins provide an architectural detailing above the electrical room at the southerly end of the new canopy entrance at the northerly end. The westerly facade facing the now vacant and future home for medical office has a similar architectural design and color palette with decorative vertical aluminum fins extending toward the ground. Next slide, please. The northerly facade, which faces the freeway, presents a modulated pattern of colored panels separated by metal recessed screed lines. Next slide. An initial study and mitigated negative declaration has been prepared for this project in accordance with the California Environmental Quality Act. Mitigation measures have been incorporated into the project's design and conditions of approval to reduce impacts on the environment to a less than significant level. No comments were received during this comment period. Next slide, please. And to conclude, staff recommends that the City Council approve the resolutions for the approval of the conditional use permit, zone variance, design review, and environmental document. Also, the City Council is also recommended to approve the proposed ordinance for the zoning code amendment. Planning staff, the applicant, and the environmental consultant are available for any questions that you might have regarding this project. Thank you. That concludes my presentation.
All right, thank you for that, Nick. So at this moment, give the floor to council for any questions or comments you may have.
I have a question, man. So Nick, I'm glad to see this proposal come before the council, and I'm glad to see, the proposed investment on that site. And I was just curious because there are 70 units that are proposed and then 60 parking spaces. So what happens with the remaining 10? Where would they park those vehicles?
So the additional parking that's going to be provided is made possible by filling in the pool area that's currently that was built with the original hotel. So that pool area will be filled in, striped, and that's where additional parking is going to be provided.
Okay, and it goes up to 70 too?
It's let me go back.
Vice Mayor, if I
I
may, the maximum number of parking spaces provided on site are 60 parking spaces. As summarized by the city planner, there was a parking study that was analyzed. The average was based on a comparison of other sites of this size, generated about 57 parking spaces at the maximum of 60. So which would allow for that deviation.
Yeah, I mean, I support the investment in the proposal. I'm just curious to know where the additional vehicles might be parked. Let's say that those 70 rooms are filled, which happens.
Our traffic consultant is online if you wanted to provide a little more perspective on that. One thing that they did analyze, as you know, today, a lot of folks do use, and it was analyzed in the document with rideshare, Uber, Lyft. So that was a factor that was analyzed in the document.
Okay, that's good. Okay, well, I'm good with that.
All right. Any more questions, comments, concerns from council? Not? All right. I think we are ready to make a motion. So I'll make a motion to approve the item. Can I have a second?
Sorry, Mayor, did you have to open up a public hearing?
Oh, that's right. Nick interrupted me. I'm going to go ahead and before we make the continue the vote, I'm going to go ahead and formally open the public hearing for anybody looking to speak in favor or opposition of the item. City Clerk, did anybody fill out a form to speak?
No, at this time, we have not received any requests for comment, but I don't know, City Attorney, if it's appropriate as a resident, if I can make a comment on this item, or if I have to hold my thoughts.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So I just want to make a comment on this, just out of principle. I was sitting as a member of the Planning Commission in January of 2020 when we took the recommendation of the city to issue, we issued the director's order of abatement to the Regency Inn, specifically because they were out of compliance due to being at 70 rooms when they should have been at 100 rooms. And so for many years, they were out of business and not able to operate nor bring their business back to operation after a fire. So they lost many years of revenue. And at the end of the crux of the issue was that they were out of compliance because they were not at 70. And so what we are doing, or they were not at 100. And so what we're doing today is saying, never mind, that's okay. We're going to issue a variance and you can continue operating at the same number that we told the Regency Inn that they couldn't operate at. So just as a resident, and as a member of the Planning Commission who issued the director's order of abatement, I do not believe that it's fair that we issue this variance tonight. But again, this is at the discretion of the City Council. I'm just voicing my thoughts and perspective from where I sat that day.
Okay. Thank you for that, City Clerk. Anybody else looking to speak in favor or opposition? If you didn't fill out a speaker card, now is your time. Not, I will go ahead and close the public communication, the public hearing. And before we cast the vote, I do want to acknowledge City Clerk's comment. So I think the difference would be that in 2020, the council was completely different, and so was the Planning Commission. Leaving that parcel to be empty from now until forever, because that parcel itself is not significant enough to allow for 100 units, nor allow for an increase in parking. We would all be losing. City's going to continue losing revenue. The investors are going to continue sitting on a land that's not going to be able to be developed. So it is important that we remove some of these red tapes and go for that. But that's one of the things that I would keep in mind, and making sure that we just kind of eradicate a lot of these properties that are kind of causing not only a nuisance, but they drain our resources, right? And abandoned buildings and abandoned lots, especially right now that we're dealing with the homeless epidemic, have become kind of that issue. So I think that this is beneficial for everybody. That is an area that we don't often pay attention to, that we can bring not only revenue, but development, and getting people out there, and more light and more eyes on the street are always an increase in safety. So that's kind of the perspective that I see. I don't know if any other council members have any comments on it. If not, I believe that there was a motion and a second, so we will continue roll call.
In our second, we had opened the public hearing and haven't made a motion.
So I'll make the motion to approve the item. Woman second. City Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilmember Avila. Councilmember Ayala.
Yes.
Councilmember Damian.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia.
Yes.
Mayor Estrada.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
All right, thank you for that. So we are down to reports of officers, and we have authorize the addition of 3 patrol vehicles to the city's vehicle lease program. So Sam, do you want to kind of touch on that topic?
Absolutely, Mayor, I'd be happy to. So this item seeks council authorization to add 3 Dodge Chargers to the city's leasing program. The vehicles will be replacing similar vehicles currently used. The vehicles will be assigned to the patrol division of the police department. So during an audit, Public Works Fleet Division, in concurrence with the police department, identified over 10 vehicles that need replacing, which are over 100 miles. And so the longer the vehicles remain in service, the more likelihood or risk of them becoming unreliable and potentially impacting public safety. So we are recommending that we start with these 3 vehicles, which are in dire need for the patrol division, with more vehicles to come later down the year.
Great. Any questions from council? If not, we can make a motion to approve item number 19. Can I have a second?
Second.
Council was seconded by Councilwoman Avila. City Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilmember Avila. Councilmember Ayala.
Yes.
Councilmember Damian.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia.
Yes.
Mayor Estrada.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
All right. Thank you for that, City Clerk. Item number 20, reorganization of the City Council, selection of Mayor Pro Tempore for the 2024 calendar year. Is there any nominations on the floor?
Mayor?
I'd like to nominate Ms. Gina Ayala.
There's a nomination for Councilwoman Gina Ayala. Is there a second?
I will second that.
City Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilmember Avila.
Yes.
Councilmember Ayala.
Yes.
Councilmember Damian.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia.
Yes.
Mayor Estrada.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
All right. Thank you for that, City Clerk, and congratulations to Mayor Pro Tem.
Switching of the plates.
Christopher, what you switch there?
You need to switch the plate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mayor, City Clerk signs for that. Thank you. I just want to thank my council colleagues for the, how would I say, the support, and I appreciate that. And I will do my due diligence not to make us look bad. So, Mayor, don't ever miss a meeting, okay? Thank you.
All right. Congratulations, Mayor Pro Tem. I'm going to go ahead and just give our City Clerk a couple of minutes.
Okay, so this is the opposite altar.
Oh, no. It's not gonna work. You can turn it upside down if you want.
Oh, it's two same side, so it's.
All right. And we also want to thank Mayor Pro Tem Monica Garcia for her 2023 tenure. City Clerk has gotten the ceremonial portion out of the way, so we'll make sure that it's ready for the next meeting. And we are going to continue to item number 21, review of commission applications and consideration of appointments to fill the scheduled vacancies for the Recreation and Community Services Commission. I am going to go ahead and open up the floor for motions and discussion. Any council member have any discussion items or nominations?
Yes. I like.
Mayor and council, I just, for the record, just want to indicate that one of the applicants, Jason, is in the room with us.
Nice. Okay. All right. Thank you for that, City Clerk.
Which one are you going in order?
So we can go down the order. So we'll go first. We do have some appointments for the voting members, which are 5, correct? That are not from the school. So we'll go with the adults, I guess, the non-school people first, just to fill out that commission, because I think there was 2 empty seats, 2 vacant seats. So we have, I believe Edward Gonzalez, an applicant, Juan Rios, Maria Cisneros Gonzalez, Maria Davalos, Moses R. Nunez. Norma Olmos. That's it for the vacant seats
For 4 and 5.
for 4 and 5, the voting members. Yes.
I'd like to nominate Maria.
All right. Maria
Mayor?
Davalos.
I'd like to nominate Norma Olmos.
Norma Olmos. Okay.
Mayor,
Yes.
I'd like to nominate Moses Nunez.
Okay. So let me write these down. Okay. Any more?
I will second the nomination for Maria Davalos.
Okay, that's I think that is a second for Davalos. So we have no more nominations. We have Davalos, Nunez, and Olmos. That sounds like that's correct. So we can start off with Davalos. Is there so the nomination and then a second? So we'll go through the roll call because there's 3 people. So Councilmember Damian also said Davalos. Councilmember Damian, is that a second?
Yes, that's a second for Davalos.
Okay. City Clerk, roll call, please.
Yes, Mayor, just confirming that we are voting one at a time, one member at a time.
Yeah, so there's 3 people at a time, so we'll just
Okay. So we're
How-
voting for
how
Maria
could-
Davalos, Norma, and Moses all separately, or
you can vote separately because there's only 2
How
seats.
should we
two
do
seats.
this?
oh, I understood.
Or you
But
can
what's
vote.
the best way to do it? With 3? Do we have a recommendation?
Well, there's only 2 empty seats. So it's majority vote getters.
Davalos got 2 votes.
I'll second for Norma.
I'll second for Norma as well. So I'll vote for, my vote would be for Maria Davalos and Norma Olmos.
Second.
Way to do it.
One way to do it.
Each council member to vote for the 2 that you would pick and see if that gives the majority.
Great. So Mayor, confirming that the motion is for Davalos and Olmos.
Is that the
No, each council member would cast their vote for 2. And then we tally who ends up with the most.
so we could do a roll call individually. How about that? We do 1 roll call for each, and then whoever has the most votes are the people that get in. Is that okay with everybody? I can tally if you want me to.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so we're just gonna go individually. Whoever gets the most votes are the people
Okay.
coming.
Okay,
So this is vote 21A for Maria Davalos, Councilmember Avila,
Yes.
Councilmember Damian,
Yes.
Councilmember Garcia.
You come back to me.
Okay. Mayor Pro Tem Ayala,
no,
Mayor Estrada,
Yes.
Councilmember Garcia, did you want to submit your vote?
Yes, that's fine.
So yes,
Yeah.
motion carries 4-0 for Maria Davalos. Congratulations.
No, we're going majority votes.
Oh.
So there's still
Understood.
an opportunity.
So 4, okay, got
Yeah, so the next roll call is for Nunez.
Okay,
Almost right.
It was in the order that they were nominated.
Oh, sorry.
understood. So on the vote for Moses Nunez, Councilmember Avila,
Yes.
Councilmember Damian,
No.
Councilmember Garcia,
I would normally support Moses, but my first vote is for Norma Olmos. So
no,
Mayor Pro Tem Ayala,
yes,
Mayor Estrada.
Yes.
Okay, 3 votes for Nunez. And now the vote on Norma Olmos. Councilmember Avila. Councilmember Ayala. Excuse me, Councilmember Damian,
Yes.
Councilmember Garcia,
yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ayala,
yes,
Mayor Estrada.
Sounds like I'm the tiebreaker here, huh?
Can we just open another seat, make 6?
Because then you can go 3-3 and never get anything done.
All right, they're all qualified.
Yes.
Not enough spot.
Yeah.
We have. I'll put the pressure on everybody. No. So you have Davalos, who has the majority, so that there is she has a seat secured. You have Nunez and Olmos.
3-3.
3-3. So one of them has to get the majority vote. So we can redo a vote again for Nunez or Olmos. So the nominations are open.
Well,
I said no, so I left it at 3-3. So everybody has to vote again.
can I retract my vote for Davalos?
Huh? Because we each got a vote for each person. Nominate. So you nominate and you vote. So majority.
Is it possible to retract my vote from earlier?
You would need a motion to.
I mean, because we're doing this kind of tricky, to be fair.
Well, city attorney, you have a better.
Because I think that there's 3.
Kind of how we do it on. Unless you want to do, you only get one, but it's because there's not enough. There's not enough of us to do a 1 vote per. So that's normally what you do at bigger commissions.
Okay.
Because technically,
Make a nomination again.
Unless you only want to do 2 votes.
You have to keep going until there is a nominee.
Who do you want to nominate? You said you wanted to track your vote.
I'll nominate Norma Olmos.
I second.
All right. City clerk, roll call, please.
It's just,
Councilmember Avila,
yes.
Councilmember Damian,
I'm sorry. I need clarification. What are we doing again?
voting on Norma Olmos, the nomination.
So are we doing nominations all over again, starting over again?
No, for the second seat.
Good seat.
Okay, so yes.
Councilmember Garcia,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ayala,
Yes.
Mayor Estrada.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
There you go.
Now we have a chance.
All right, so we have, so
Congratulations.
just to, we have 2 nominees, and that's Maria Davalos and Gloria Olmos. And then we're,
Norma Olmos.
oh, sorry, Norma. I'm thinking of Altamani here. Okay, and now we have the student, Sierra Vista Baldwin Park, and we don't have anybody from North Park, so we'll continue doing that effort. But Sierra Vista High School, we do have 2 applicants. We'll open up the nominations. I'd like to nominate Itzel Herrera. There a second nomination for?
I'll second Mayor.
Okay.
Detail, I'm sorry.
Still intern with us.
Oh, okay. I'll nominate, I'm just a little confused because it says for office seats 6 and 7. What about 8?
So there's 1 seat per high school, and then right now we don't have an applicant from North Park.
We do,
We
number
do.
5.
Oh,
We do.
So we didn't update the number 8, sorry. It's all 3.
okay, I
Oh,
don't have
good. Okay.
It's
So
on-
Lindsay Castro will take the North Park automatically then, right?
Yeah,
Because-
it's only 1 nominee, but you have
Okay.
to vote on the nominee.
And then I think, well, since Jason Barrios Smith, he's here, from what I understand. I mean, he made the effort to be here tonight,
Yes.
so that he'll be my nomination.
I'll second Jason.
And
I'll
it's,
third it.
oh, okay.
So we're gonna vote on the motion to nominate Norma Olmos, Maria Davalos, Itzel, Jason, and
Lindsay.
Lindsay. That's the motion. 5.
Yes.
Say it again,
So-
sorry.
So the motion is to nominate Norma Olmos, Maria Davalos for the 2 adult positions, and Itzel for the Sierra Vista position, Jason for the Baldwin Park position, and Lindsay for the North Park position.
Correct. Okay, that was a motion?
No, I'm taking it with Paul,
Oh.
somebody's motion.
I'll second.
Who made the motion?
Mayor,
Yes, I did.
I'll
All right,
second.
go ahead, roll call, please.
Councilmember Avila. Councilmember Damian.
Yes.
Councilmember Garcia.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ayala.
Yes.
Mayor Estrada.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Congratulations.
All right.
Congratulations. We have two of them in the audience.
Very nice. Congratulations. All right. Next, we have approval of an exception to the 180-day California Employees Retirement System wait period for retired NUNET under government code sections. That's item number 22. Is there any questions, comments, concerns from the council? Or is there anybody who wants to just kind of give us an update on the item?
I can, earlier we recognized Mark for his many years of service, over 20 years, but close to 28 years. Along with that, he had also informed us that he was going to retire. He would retire at the end of the month. And to be able to continue with the service, as critical as his service is, he was kind enough to agree to be able to still help us out. So we're recommending that we retain him as a retired annuitant with the limitations that come with that, which is a maximum of 960 hours in the year, until we are able to find a successor. He will also help us find a successor, by the way. So we, HR manager and myself recommend that you approve the agreement, the retired annuitant agreement, to have Mark still help us out.
All right. Any questions, comments, concerns from the council? If not, make a motion to approve. Can I have a second?
Second.
City Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilmember Avila.
Yes.
Councilmember Damian.
Yes.
Councilmember Garcia.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ayala.
Yes.
Mayor Estrada.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
All right. City Council acting as successor agency of the dissolved Community Development Commission. We have one item, S81. And I will make a motion to approve. Can I have a second?
Second.
City Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilmember Avila.
Yes.
Councilmember Damian.
Yes.
Councilmember Garcia.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ayala.
Yes.
Mayor Estrada.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
All right. Thank you for that, City Clerk. So we are down to City Council, City Clerk, City Treasurer, Staff Request and Communications. It didn't write anything in there, but over the week I did come across some opportunities. I did see that there's an art grant that focuses on emphasizing civil liberties, and I think that's something really important. I would like to direct our staff to apply for it. If that is okay with our council. Nobody saying anything. I'm assuming that's okay. And then in the Quintaco area, over the weekend, it gets a little bit dirty and there's trash on the floor. So I was wondering if we could add trash cans to that location, especially because it's on a busy area. And then I know that we are working very hard on our Christmas events, which, by the way, we're very grateful for, and they have been successful thus far. So we want to show our gratitude to all of our staff and Manny and his crew. I think people really enjoyed our holiday parade and the ice rink and the snow. But I do want to bring up the idea sooner rather than later, especially because we are kind of cutting short meetings as the year comes to an end. But I think it would be nice to have an event that celebrates Asian American and Pacific Islander heritage and culture. I know that we do a lot for the Grito and a lot of the Latin American communities. And so just kind of pushing forward and creating, emphasizing on diversity in the city is very beneficial. So if that's okay with council, that's something that we can put on the radar for staff. And if so, that's all I came up with. So Councilmember Damian, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mayor. Mine is the request for our two council members of the city council to volunteer to form an ad hoc committee to review the city's cannabis licensing program. So I would like for two of our council members to volunteer to be on this ad hoc committee. Any takers?
All,
I would like to.
oh, all right, there you go. Councilmember Damon, or do you want to be?
If nobody else wants to be part of it, yeah, I'll take it.
Your idea.
Yeah.
Okay,
It'll end up being a one-person committee, right? Because nobody else wants to be on it.
okay, so I'll go ahead and take the second spot with Councilmember Avila.
All right.
You're the first spot on.
So we'll have to bring back an item just to kind of make it official. Oh, okay, good.
It's an ad hoc committee with limited duration to assist staff in just reviewing current cannabis programs and making recommendations to you.
Nice. Okay, good. And then city manager Enrique, the
Yeah.
floor is yours.
Yes, as we break for the holiday recess, Mayor, just wanted to give a quick update on behalf of myself, Manny, and Eurico, that the current holder of the contract for the operation of Esperanza Villa is the Regional Housing Trust. There's a process going on right now where that contract will be assigned to the COG. They're sister agencies, but it still has to go through a process. It got approved at committee this morning, and it's going to go to the full COG, the entire board of the COG in January. So we expect that it'll be approved as well at the full COG. If there are any cost implications as a result of the final approval, we will come back to the city council and inform you whether our contribution will change from what it currently is. But just wanted to provide you an update.
Great. And then just one more. I know that we lit up very well City Hall, and it looks very nice, in our bridge and the tree in front of the Danzas Indigenas. And I know that there were some issues with lighting on the posts. So we want to make sure that maybe we can find alternative ways to light up the downtown, because I know residents really want to see us be competitive compared to Irwindale is what I've kind of seeing. So
Yeah.
want to make sure that we make our residents proud this year and show them that we can light up our downtown as well.
Mayor, I wanted to talk about how beautiful City Hall looks and all the decorations that you guys have been putting up. Are you going to put lights up on Main also, or is that where you're having difficulties?
Sorry about that. Yeah, we're looking into some solutions to the electrical problem on the poles, and I think we have found one, so we're gonna try to light up the downtown as well.
Awesome. It looks beautiful out there, and I know next year it's going to be even better, right, Manny? We were talking about that. And I just want to wish everybody Merry Christmas, a blessed Christmas. I hope you enjoy your time with your family. Stay safe out there, and that this new year brings a lot of blessings to you and your family. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Mayor,
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Councilmember Garcia.
Go ahead, and I'll go after you.
Thank you so much. So a couple of things. Also want to echo Councilwoman Avila in extending best Christmas wishes to every single one of you, and a Happy New Year, since we won't be seeing each other for a few weeks. Also want to extend a great thanks to the Department of Recreation Community Service for such an excellent program for the past few weeks. So thank you, Manny and team. Also, just two last points. I did, because we will not be meeting for another few weeks, I did want to just inform the council and our community that might be listening that I will be attending, along with members of the Office of the City Clerk, be attending the League of California Cities, City Clerks and New Law Election Seminar in San Diego next week. We have a pretty exciting program planned with topics that cover updates of the Brown Act, the hot topic of decorum, and new election laws as we are getting closer to the 2024 general and presidential elections. So looking forward to that, but also just wanted, for the sake of transparency, just let everybody know that where we will be, because is it 6 weeks from now when we're next meeting? It might skip next year. It might skip my mind to bring it up. So just out of sake of transparency, I did want to let everybody know. Also, lastly, I know the topic on behalf of everybody at Baldwin Park Eastside Little Leagues, extending the greatest thanks for the funds that are have been committed in support of the youth of our community. Also, just kind of wanted to also preface, I know that money will be set aside for registration, which is a great, certainly a great condition. But I did also want to preface that we specifically set our fees at the lowest possible, which were about $70 less than other little leagues in our area, specifically to entice kids to return to Baldwin Park Eastside Little League. So I wanted to provide that level of transparency as well, that we are at the lowest to cover all of the registration fees that are required by Little League International, the insurance, and et cetera. So with that, thank you so much. Thank you, Mayor.
Just to clarify, there's no meeting on the 20th or the 3rd? Thank you.
Thanks for clarifying. Well, I just wanted to take the opportunity, since it is our last meeting of this calendar year, to just recognize our staff at every level, and from our executive team, you know, to all of every single employee that has contributed to a successful year this year, and all the hard work, especially during the holidays with all these events. So thank you so much for, you know, for just all your hard work this year. It's very much appreciated. And I know that our community appreciates it too. You know, we could get the feedback about all the great programs that the city of Baldwin Park offers, and those could not be made available or possible without the, you know, the sweat, tears, and and the dedication, you know, from our staff. And I know that it's like early hours in the morning to late hours at night in some cases. So just, you know, please extend our appreciation to your staff, and let them know that we really appreciate all that they've done for us this year. And one other item I do plan to add to the future agenda is, you know, our fire department does so much for this city, and we rarely recognize them. So I would really like to have some recognition for them in the coming year. But beyond that, since we may have some ARPA funds for a possible stove or some mattresses or something to help upgrade any of the fire station. Oh, good. Okay. But anything we could do as a gesture to say, you know what, we appreciate what you guys do here in our community too, because just like our police department and our public works and, you know, everybody that has contributed, they do too in really significant ways, but we rarely have the opportunity to recognize them. So let's plan for that in the new year for sure.
They can get a smoker. They can smoke some meats and smoker.
I'm sure they would love that.
Just really quickly want to just acknowledge everyone, the staff, and everyone that who serves our community. I really appreciate all of you. Please extend my holiday wishes to everyone. And I probably won't be able to make the luncheon. We'll schedule something separate, Sam. So because I do work during that time, but I want to just extend happy holidays to everybody. I really am so appreciative of the commitment and the level of commitment of our community and our staff that works here at City Hall and at the other sites. And I just appreciate all of you, and I wish all my colleagues happy holidays. And remember that the campus breakfast is Saturday. We still have posadas. We have Christmas with the cops. So we still have quite a great things going on. So I know that we'll see each other then, but just happy holidays to everybody, and please be safe. Thank you.
Yes. We'll see you at the posada. And Manny, sorry, Councilmember Dean, before I forget, Manny, do we have enough toys for the posada this year? Have we done inventory?
Yes, it looks like we have enough toys, but we are still always accepting toys for next year and subsequent years.
15.
Yeah.
I think, hold on.
Because as we mentioned a few days ago, we want to continue this December to Remember theme.
Is that something we can give direction for some funds to make sure we have enough toys? Correction? Backtrack it. You're a lawyer. Councilmember Damien, did you have something to say?
Yes, I just wanted to wish my colleagues, all of you, staff, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I want to thank each and every department, RCS, the Baldwin Park Police Department, Public Works, Community Development, Finance, for all of their amazing work that they've done throughout the year. And then I also want to thank all of our departments for putting together such a great event so far this month with the parade, the tree lighting, the Santa Claus. And please don't forget to come out and support the Breakfast with Santa Saturday morning, the Christmas with the Cops on December 14th at 4 p.m. And then also our annual Posada, which will be Friday, December 15th, starting at St. John the Baptist at 6:30 p.m. and ending at Morgan Park, where we're going to have the festivities at 8 p.m. So hope to see you all there. All of you guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Be blessed.
All right, City Treasurer.
Okay, thank you. Again, I want to just keep on piggybacking on everybody that's been commenting. A big thank you to everybody in our city, especially Public Works, for all the activities that have been recently been put together, like the tree lighting and obviously the parade. It was a lot of work put into it and it came out wonderful. And nothing but great things I heard from the community. So big thank you. A big thank you to the rest of our departments in the city as well. You guys have put in a lot of hard work, especially throughout the year. And lastly, I would love to wish everybody happy holidays and a wonderful new year. Felices fiestas a todos. Gracias.
All right. Well, it's only 9 o'clock and we went through over 20 items today. So go to work, everybody.